I'm bored on a Saturday, let's do a little apartment tour. And there's actually a secret motive behind this, and it's that I need tips. So if you see anything obvious that I could change or add that's cheap and won't infringe on my space, let me know. And nothing is linked because I'm not an affiliate person. The aviary. Under the aviary, I have one of these mats that they put under like high chairs. So it's like waterproof, mess proof, so it's really easy to clean. And then rolls of paper that you can pull out that aren't dyed, so it's bird safe. Pardon the mess, it gets changed every night, but by this time during the day, it's messy. Not a full aviary tour, but then different animals and pictures. That's not really for the birds, they don't go over there. Cover your wires if you have birds that get interested. And then this has to be covered because I have snakes and they will try to go in there. It's fun. This, I need tips, guys. I want smaller hoops, but I can't find any that are cheap, so I've cut out cardboard, but it looks like a mess. But these can be attached to this and then they stand up against stuff and then we can do hoop training. Then this is actually a shoe rack that I've wrapped in vet wrap. The birds just chew on the toys. And they're only out when I'm home due to apartment rules. So I'm always here to monitor them. They don't chew on the metal. If they do, it'll either be covered or removed completely. But for my birds, having a shoe rack has saved a lot of money. This was like $7 on sale. I'm not kidding you. And then they also share, they go back and forth with who gets this aviary. And then down here we have like newspapers and different training stuff, toys, and food. Hi, girly. This I was using to record on, so it's not usually here. So this is a trash can I have to take out every single day. This is so nasty. I can't even say it. My neighbor got like roaches and then just bug bombed her place next door, and then they all came over here into my nice clean apartment that I keep so clean. So right now my life is about battling that. So the trash is getting taken out every single day and I need to order biodegradable bags, but I've got some reusable bags from the grocery store from when I forget to bring my, or non-reusable, whatever, when I forget to bring my bags, so I'm just going through those right now to save some money. Yeah, send help, but I've got gel bait and stuff you'll see later. These are the pictures that have been here for a year now and I still haven't hung up. Oh, and this, life hack. Whenever I bring in grocery bags or I have cardboard that needs to go out to the dumpster of the apartment, I just put them by the door, and the next time I leave, that I'm not carrying a bunch of stuff, then this goes out with me and goes into the dumpster or recycling or whatever, and the car. Footrest that doesn't have a good place to store storage under this chair. So this is what I mean by like tips, because I know this looks like a mess because it is. It's really nice enrichment. Tilly can stand on here, play with the toys that are hanging, depending on how far back that is scooted. And then Pip can go inside and play with the toys, and they can climb up onto this and climb around, and there's storage for their treats and stuff up here and my vitamins. But it does look not ideal. I don't know. Then we have, this is Pip's swing, so she likes to swing on there. I don't know why she won't just stand on a perch swing like a normal animal, but whatever. And then corkboard, which this used to have toys hanging on it. Right now it doesn't because they kept throwing them out of the ground and I got annoyed. This is another shoe rack. So they'll stand on the vet wrap part and climb down and they can poop onto the paper that gets changed out. This is just free paper. Whenever my sister gets a box online that comes with this crinkled paper, she saves it for me because she's awesome. And then I use it as free little liner. And then yeah, so shoe racks are really the key for really cheap, multi-use bird things if you have the right birds for it, right guys? And if you have other toys for them to chew on. This looks like a mess. Tilly used to chew on my paper towels. You'll notice it's not chewed on right now because she has her own things that, because she's allowed to chew on it, she no longer does. I don't know, but as soon as I take these away, she chews on this. But when these are available, she's like, oh, I'm not even interested. So this is just, birds are weird. Kitchen is just storage, The birds don't really go in here. Sometimes Tilly will go up there, but there's different pictures. This is where I track like what I need to get from the store and like when things are expiring and when they went into the freezer. Nothing too fancy. Stand mixer for making bread and stuff. Oh, highly recommend one of these, because if you like load as you go, when it starts to get full, you're like, did I wash that or not? Just get one so that you know. So I need to empty that. And this will eventually be, and we're gonna get into the snakes next, but we have the bird play stand up here because Tilly used to like to fly up in here. Now she has a different, better, funner spot. So that's what that is there for. And this is for refilling the bird bath with. But yeah, what we're working on is an enrichment shelf. So this is kind of easy access cooking, my art and books, but this, because we're treating for bugs, gross, we can't have the snakes in this part of the house, but usually this is going to become the snake enrichment zone eventually. So we'll remove the plastic bags that I'm burning through right now, and this is slowly getting decorated with things I get for free or super cheap. So like this was stuffing from like a toy. I got the birds that I was like it's like the inside was for a mouse, and so that got removed because the birds can't have it, and turning this into a swing and different things. So this is slowly going to be transformed into a snake enrichment zone. But for the birds, table's always messy. There's always clutter on here. As you can see, this is used because I'm a girl to open jars, a little grippier, and this is we're treating the roaches with. Ugh. And then more pictures that I still haven't hung up, and I always have a towel drying here because I don't have a place to dry my towel. Look at my dining room in shame. I don't know, it's just, I need ideas so it looks cleaner. I don't even know if I should show you. Let me zoom out. So I know I want shelves because right now this is cluttered. My toolkit, there's stuff piled on top of it because it's full on the inside, and I just need cheap shelves, or free would be ideal. But this is such a narrow space that nothing fits. So if you know any narrow shelves, let me know. And hoops. You know, guys, this video would be a lot cuter if you decided to join me. Yeah. The hoops get hung up on that thing so that we can fly in here. We just started doing that. Bathroom has nothing to do with the animals except shower perch, Christmas. So Tilly gets to come in here when she wants. But yeah, overall, this has nothing to do with the animals for the most part, so they don't spend much time in here. PSA though, if you have birds, keep the toilet lid closed. If you know, you know. Do you guys have birds like mine that see open water and go, that's for me? Okay, snake room. It was actually mentioned in one of my previous videos. Don't comment about the lack of a bed frame. I know. Send me a free bed frame if you have a problem with it. And charging headphones. The only light in this room. But yeah, birds don't really come in here just because it's for snakes. Also, does anyone know any way to like prettify laundry? Because I have dirty laundry, so I can't put it away because it's dirty, but it looks messy. Just the whole space. I've tucked it away, so it's not the first thing I see, but it's the bane of my existence. There's nothing to do to make dirty laundry look good. Okay. Cruising along. So here's Tonto's terrarium. Little reflection. He's in bed because he's nocturnal, obviously, but just clutter in the back. And then there's also wide open spaces due to his training. I know that people will say ball pythons need completely cluttered. Tonto's very comfortable in open spaces. He'll choose to hang out at night in the open, so he's fine. So this is just a 4x2x2 dubia roaches enclosure. A little extra airflow right there. Shelf. It's not too bad, it's a little messy, but I like to have their carriers open and ready. So if there's ever a fire drill, if there's ever whatever, like we have to get out, I can just throw them into their carriers. They're already open, they're labeled, just easy access. And they each have little hides in them. Oh, let's do a little author shout out. I think it's so funny they both used initials, but these are just like fiction books. I mostly read fiction or books about foster care. So, but they're good. Oh, you know what? You guys are probably animal people. This person also, my closet. I don't know where it is. Oh, I was like, I thought I had it in an easy to access place. they also wrote Sheepdog Spirit, which has a dog as one of the main characters, but there's your little fiction author shout out. None of the animals go in here, so it's not important, but I do have some storage. So like here I have backup reptile bedding. I need to get more for Tonto. That's for the hognose. But yeah, nothing crazy in here. When the dog gets added, this is where all the dog stuff is going, so that'll be ready. I'm stocking up slowly for her. Oh, and stuffed animals, of course, and little toys. So like I volunteer at Isaiah 117 house, and so you know, if you know you're gonna have 1 kid or 3 kids there or whatever, then you can bring each of them a stuffed animal, a little toy, so that they have something, because they're not gonna like you know, generally, but they can have their little stuffed animal that they can sleep with, that they can take to their next home when they move. So it's just a good thing to have. And then I guess last, or usually Jazz is out hanging out with me. Right now he's been hanging out in his humid hide. So you can see I put aspen bedding in this half. This half I actually put cocoa husk inside, and it's like soaked, so it's like nice and humid. And so he's in shed, so he's just spending all his time in there right now, instead of out in the rest of his stuff hanging out with me, which is totally fine. You know, you do what you gotta do. And then he's got some wood to rub against when he's ready to start the shed. Get a shot with the birds, the stars of the show. But yeah, that's the whole space. So if you have any tips on living in an apartment with birds, reptiles, the shelves I talked about help me. I just want everything to be neat, and I chose to have birds. That is my cross to bear. So let me know what you're doing, and like what products you've enjoyed, so that I know that they're good, and the cheaper the better. That's what to remember. I'm not rich, not poor, I'm not complaining, also not rich. Dilly, do you want to say goodbye?